There is a code within you, an invisible script written in a language you were never taught to read. This is your financial DNA. It was not a choice. It was an inheritance passed down through generations of fear, scarcity, hope, and failure. This code runs your life. It executes commands without your permission. It decides when you feel greed, when you retreat in fear, and why you repeat the same cycles again and again. You feel it, don't you? That nagging sense of being a passenger in your own financial destiny. That invisible wall you hit just when you think you're about to break through. You follow the rules, you study the charts, you do the work, but the result is always the same. A predictable, frustrating loop. This is the ghost in your machine, the source code of your struggle. It's the reason why two traders can see the same chart, have the same information, and one builds an empire while the other blows his account. The difference is not in the chart, it's in the code. Awareness is the first flicker of light in that darkness. It's the moment you stop blaming the market, the algorithm, or bad luck. It's the terrifying and liberating realization that the enemy, the obstacle, the problem, has been inside you all along. You begin to see the patterns, the impulse to jump in too early, the hesitation that makes you miss the perfect entry, the anger that leads to revenge trading, the fear that makes you sell a winner for a pittance. These aren't random events. They are subroutines, executing flawlessly based on your flawed programming. You were coded for survival in a world that no longer exists, a world of immediate threats and scarce resources. Your DNA is optimized for a hunt on the savannah, not for navigating the abstract, infinite battleground of the global markets. The market doesn't care about your instincts. In fact, it's designed to prey on them. It uses your own biology against you. It turns your fight or flight response into a profit and loss statement. And until you understand this, you will forever be its victim. This initial awareness feels like a betrayal. You look at your past decisions, your losses, your missed opportunities, and you see them not as mistakes, but as symptoms of a deeper disease. It's a bitter pill to swallow. To accept that the architecture of your own mind is the primary obstacle to your success. But this is where the real journey begins, not with a new strategy or a new indicator, but with a declaration of war against your own default settings. You must decide to become the architect of your own mind, to pick up the tools of introspection and begin the painstaking process of deconstruction. What are these beliefs you hold about money? Where did they come from? Your parents? Your first job? The society that told you what you should want? Each belief is a line of code, and much of it is legacy code, outdated and inefficient, causing bugs and crashes in your operating system. Look at the desk in front of you, the glowing screens, the infinite stream of data. You believe you are making rational choices based on this information. But you are not. You are making emotional choices, filtered through a lifetime of programming and then justifying them with logic. Every click of the mouse is a vote for your current identity, a reinforcement of your existing DNA. To change your results, you must first be willing to change that identity. You must be willing to kill the person you are, to become the person you need to be. The journey starts with a single question: who wrote my code? And the second, more important question: am I brave enough to rewrite it? This isn't about positive thinking or hollow affirmations. This is about deep, surgical self-examination. It's about mapping your own internal genome, identifying the strands of fear, the markers of impatience, the proteins of greed. It requires a level of honesty that most people are not willing to face. It's easier to blame the world. It is harder to look in the mirror and admit that the person staring back is the one holding you captive. But the moment you do, the locks begin to fall away. The path reveals itself not as a get-rich-quick scheme, but as the ultimate journey of self-mastery. The market becomes your mirror. It reflects your flaws, your weaknesses, your programming with brutal, unforgiving honesty. Every loss is a diagnostic report. Every win, a confirmation of a correctly written line of code. This is the price of admission, the understanding that the game is not played on the screen. It is played in the 6 inches between your ears. And to win that game, you need more than a strategy. You need a new mind. You must be willing to step into the void, to face the source code of your own failures, armed with nothing but the intention to change. The awareness is the spark. It's the genesis block of a new you. It's the quiet whisper that says, what if? What if I could be remade? What if I could upgrade my own financial DNA? This thought, once it takes root, is the most powerful force in the universe. It is the beginning of your evolution from victim to victor, from amateur to alpha. The path is not easy. It is a descent into your own personal hell. But on the other side is a freedom you cannot yet imagine. The freedom from your own self-imposed limitations. The freedom to execute with clarity, precision, and power. Your old self will fight you every step of the way. It will scream that this is impossible, that you are who you are, that you cannot change your nature. It will use fear, comfort, and nostalgia as its weapons. It is the guardian of your limitations. Your job is to walk past it, to ignore its siren song, and to keep your eyes fixed on the man you are becoming. The man whose DNA is forged in discipline, not despair. So you stand at the precipice. Behind you is a lifetime of programmed mediocrity. Ahead of you is the darkness of the unknown. The choice is yours. Remain a slave to your code or become its master. The first step is to see it, to acknowledge its existence, to accept that you are running on a program that is no longer serving you. This is day one, the dawn of your reconstruction. The birth of the trader you were always meant to be. Welcome to the war for your own mind. The code you inherited is not the code you must keep. And so you enter the arena. The full weight of your flawed code now exposed. You see the chart, but you feel the pull of your programming. The market dips, and a primal scream echoes in your mind. Fear. Sell. Get out. It's not a thought. It's a biological command. A line of code written millions of years ago, executing in a world of digital bits and bytes. A catastrophic mismatch. You try to fight it. You clench your jaw, you grip your mouse, you stare at your rules written on a sticky note. But the code is stronger. The emotion floods your system like a virus, short-circuiting all logic, all reason, all planning. You hit the button. You sell at the bottom just before the reversal you knew was coming. The chaos is not on the screen. The chaos is in your blood. It's the war between your conscious mind, the strategist, and the ancient, terrified animal of your subconscious. The market climbs, greed, FOMO. Get in before it's too late. You abandon your plan. You chase the green candle, buying at the top, a willing sacrifice to the gods of euphoria. The reversal is swift and brutal. Your account bleeds red. The screen becomes a mirror of your own internal failure. Every tick against you is a personal insult, a judgment on your worth. You are not managing a trade. You are fighting for your ego's survival. And in that fight, you will always lose. This is the crucible, the place where your weaknesses are forged into weapons and used against you. Your impatience becomes a trap. Your need for certainty becomes a vulnerability. Your hope becomes the fuel for your own destruction. Revenge trading, the most destructive subroutine of all. After a loss, the code screams for retribution. It demands you make it back now. You double down, you break your rules, you throw discipline to the wind. You are no longer trading. You are gambling, fueled by rage and a desperate need to undo the past. The market, in its cold indifference, simply takes more. The blown account is not a financial event. It is a psychological death. It is the ultimate verdict of your flawed DNA. You are left in the wreckage, surrounded by the ghosts of your bad decisions. You see others succeed and your code whispers poison into your ear. They are different. They are smarter. They are lucky. You don't have what it takes. This is the self-preservation function of your old identity, trying to protect you from the pain of taking true responsibility. It builds a prison of excuses and locks you inside. You are caught in a violent loop, a cycle of hope, greed, fear, and despair. Each rotation grinds you down further, reinforcing the core belief that you are not cut out for this. The code strengthens with every failure. The neural pathways of panic and impulsivity are carved deeper into your brain. You become a finely tuned instrument of self-sabotage. You read books, you watch seminars, you search for the Holy Grail. A new indicator, a secret strategy, a guru who will give you the answer, but you are looking in the wrong place. You are trying to upgrade the software without ever fixing the underlying hardware. And so, the new strategy produces the same old results. The cycle continues. The frustration turns to anger, then to apathy. The dream of financial freedom becomes a recurring nightmare. You become erratic. You overtrade, trying to force opportunities that aren't there. You undertrade, paralyzed by the fear of another loss. You are a ship without a rudder in a hurricane, tossed about by the violent waves of your own emotions. The market is the perfect predator. It makes no sound, it shows no emotion. It simply reflects your own internal state back at you with perfect, brutal fidelity. If you are chaotic, it will give you chaos. If you are disciplined, it will reward your discipline. It is a mirror, and you hate what you see. You might experience moments of clarity, a winning streak where everything seems to click. You feel invincible. This is the most dangerous moment of all. Your code allows you a taste of success, only to fuel the arrogance that leads to the next catastrophic failure. It uses your own confidence to set the next trap. The pain becomes unbearable. The constant stress, the anxiety, the sleepless nights. Your health suffers. Your relationships suffer. The pursuit of freedom has become a form of slavery. You are chained to the screen, a prisoner of your own mind. It is in this rock-bottom moment, in this pit of despair, that the choice becomes real. To quit and let the old code win. To accept the identity of a failure and retreat to the safety of a life you never wanted. Or to stand up, to face the fire, to accept that the chaos is not external, but internal. And to finally commit to the only path that leads to victory, the complete and total demolition of your current self. This is not a game for the faint of heart. It is a warrior's path. The battlefield is your own soul. The enemy is your own programming. The red on the screen is the blood from your own internal war. And you are losing. Badly. The noise is deafening. The opinions of others, the news headlines, the social media gurus, all of it feeds the chaos, amplifies the emotion, and reinforces the flawed code. You are drowning in information, but starved of wisdom. You have mistaken complexity for sophistication, and in doing so, you have lost sight of the simple, brutal truth. The problem is you. It has always been you. And until you turn your gaze inward, you will be doomed to repeat this cycle until you have nothing left to lose. The red of the candles, the red of the P&L, the red of your burning anger. It all blends into one. A signal of profound systemic failure. A sign that the current operating system must be deleted completely. There is no patch, there is no update. There is only a full wipe and a clean installation. The question is, do you have the courage to press delete? In the crucible of chaos, the old self is burned away. The fire has passed. The noise of the battle fades. You are left in the silence, in the cold blue light of reality. The account is gone. The anger has subsided, replaced by a profound, empty stillness. This is the moment of true reflection. There are no more excuses, no one to blame. There is only you and the data of your failure. You sit in the dark, the glow of a single screen illuminating the wreckage. Not the chart, but your trading journal, your logbook, the autopsy report of your dead ambitions. Line by line, you read the story of your self-destruction. And for the first time, you are not reading with emotion. You are reading like a scientist, a detective searching for the cause. You see it clearly now, the patterns, the triggers, the predictable sequence of emotion leading to impulsive action, leading to loss. It's laid bare before you, the blueprint of your own defeat. The question shifts. It's no longer what did the market do? It is now what did I do and why? This why is the beginning of wisdom. It is the doorway to the source code. You trace the lines back, not just to last week's trades, but to your childhood, to the conversations you overheard about money, to the beliefs your parents held, scarcity, fear. Money doesn't grow on trees. You have to work hard for every penny. These weren't just phrases, they were lines of code installed in your mind before you could even object. They became your silent assumptions about the world. You realize your relationship with risk was programmed long before you ever saw a trading chart. Were you taught to play it safe, to avoid failure at all costs? This code, designed to protect you in a conventional life, is a death sentence in the world of trading, which requires calculated risk and an acceptance of loss. Or perhaps you were taught to be reckless, to chase gambles. This too is a faulty program, turning a game of probabilities into a casino. You were never trading the market. You were trading your beliefs about money, worthiness, and success. The market was just the canvas on which you painted your internal masterpiece of dysfunction. This is a cold, lonely realization. It's the blue of melancholy, the deep water of introspection. It requires you to sit with your own inadequacies, to face the parts of yourself you have been avoiding for a lifetime. You begin to understand the chemistry of it all. The dopamine hit of a win, driving the addiction. The cortisol spike of a loss, triggering the primal fear. You have not been a trader. You have been a chemical puppet, and the market has been pulling your strings. You start to separate yourself from the code. You are not your thoughts. You are not your emotions. You are the observer. The consciousness that can watch the program run without becoming entangled in it. This is the birth of mindfulness in your trading. The ability to see the urge to revenge trade rise up, to label it, to understand its origin, and to consciously choose not to act on it. You are no longer the storm. You are the eye of the storm, the calm center that watches the chaos without being consumed by it. The work is slow, it's methodical. It is the opposite of the high-octane chaos you came from. It's found in the quiet moments of journaling, meditation, and self-inquiry. It's about asking hard questions. What am I really seeking in the market? Is it money, or is it validation? Am I trying to build wealth, or am I trying to prove someone wrong? Honesty is the only tool that works here. Brutal, unflinching honesty. You admit your weaknesses, not as a sign of failure, but as a diagnostic checklist. Impatient, egotistical, fearful, greedy. You write them down. You own them. And in owning them, you take away their power. They are no longer shadowy monsters controlling you from the dark. They are simply variables in the equation that you must now solve. This period of reflection is a necessary winter. The world outside may see it as stagnation or defeat, but you know the truth. Beneath the frozen surface, a profound change is happening. The roots of a new self are taking hold. You study not just charts, but psychology. You read not just market news, but philosophy, the Stoics, the Buddhists. You are searching for a new operating system, built on principles that are timeless and unbreakable. Logic, discipline, emotional detachment, acceptance of what you cannot control. This is the foundation of your new code. It's the deep, structural work that no one sees, but is essential for building a skyscraper that can withstand any storm. You realize that a trading plan is not just a set of rules for entry and exit. It is a constitution for your new identity. It is a pre-commitment to rational behavior made in a moment of calm, to protect you from the irrationality of the moment of conflict. You are programming your future self. You are creating the firewalls that will protect your capital and your sanity from the viruses of fear and greed. The reflection deepens. You see how this flawed DNA has impacted not just your trading, but all areas of your life, your relationships, your health, your decisions. The market has simply been the most aggressive diagnostic tool you have ever encountered. And in healing your trading, you realize you are healing your entire life. There is a sense of peace in this blue phase, an acceptance. The fight is over. The struggle against reality has ceased. You are no longer trying to force the market to do what you want. You are learning to align yourself with what the market is, a river of probability. Your job is not to command the river, but to build a boat and navigate it with skill. This is the turning point, the quiet click of a tumbler falling into place. The realization that you cannot control the market, but you can, with absolute certainty, control yourself. And in that one sphere of control lies all the power you will ever need. The path forward is now clear. It is not about finding the perfect system outside of you. It is about building the perfect system inside of you. It is a path of construction, of deliberate, conscious, and relentless self-improvement. The blueprint is drawn. The foundation is dug. The period of quiet reflection is over. It's time to build. True sight is not seeing the market, but seeing yourself within it. The work begins. The color shifts from the contemplative blue to a vibrant, structured green, the color of growth, of order, of a system taking root. This is Act 4, the conscious, deliberate rewriting of your financial DNA. It is not a flash of insight. It is the grind. It is the daily practice of forging new habits one by one until they become your new default. The foundation is discipline, not the kind that is forced or resentful, but a chosen discipline. The understanding that true freedom is only found within a framework of rules. Your trading plan is your code of law. Your morning routine is your ritual. Each day, you show up, whether you feel like it or not. You are laying bricks. Each brick is a single trade executed flawlessly according to your plan. It doesn't matter if it's a win or a loss. The only thing that matters is the execution. Did you follow the code? You are no longer focused on the outcome. You are obsessed with the process. This is the fundamental shift from amateur to professional. The amateur seeks the thrill of the win. The professional seeks the perfection of the execution. You build your systems, not just for trading, but for life. A system for reviewing your trades. A system for managing your risk. A system for managing your psychology. You leave nothing to chance, nothing to emotion, nothing to whim. You are designing an ecosystem for success. A greenhouse where your new self can grow, protected from the harsh weather of the external world and your own internal volatility. Journaling is your primary coding tool. Every day you document your state of mind, your temptations, your small victories of discipline. You are creating a feedback loop, allowing you to see your own patterns in high definition and make adjustments in real time. You are debugging your own mind. You practice patience. You learn to sit on your hands, to watch perfect setups pass you by because they don't meet your A+ criteria. This is excruciating at first. The old code screams to be involved, to be in the action. But you starve it, you deny it. With each trade you don't take, the new pathway of patience grows stronger. You are actively pruning the weak branches of your old self. You embrace the concept of anti-fragility. You learn that setbacks and losses, when managed and studied, are not failures. They are data. They are stresses that, when properly recovered from, make the system stronger, not weaker. You no longer fear losses. You respect them as your greatest teachers. Visualization becomes a key practice. Every morning, before the market opens, you close your eyes. You rehearse your day. You see yourself executing your plan flawlessly. You feel the temptation to deviate, and you visualize yourself calmly ignoring it. You are pre-programming your responses, training your mind for the battle ahead. Your environment changes. You curate your information diet. You cut out the noise, the gurus, the panic mongers. You surround yourself with clean data, with stoic wisdom, with a small circle of other professionals who are on the same path. Your environment must support your new DNA. The growth is slow, it's incremental, it is not a Hollywood montage. There are days of doubt, days where the old code flares up like a phantom limb. But your systems are there to catch you. Your rules are the guardrails that keep you on the path. You learn to trust the process, even when you can't see the immediate results. You are planting a forest. For a long time, all you see is dirt. But you continue to water it, to nurture it, knowing that the growth is happening beneath the surface where it counts. You redefine success. It is no longer a dollar amount in your account. Success is a day of perfect discipline. It's a week of following your plan without deviation. It's a month of consistent, professional execution. The money, you realize, is simply a byproduct of this new identity. It follows the discipline, not the other way around. The internal chatter begins to quiet down. The voices of fear and greed become whispers, not screams. You can hear them, acknowledge them, and then let them pass, like clouds in the sky. You are no longer their slave. You are the watcher of the sky. This is control. Not control of the market, but control of the self, the only variable that was ever truly in your power. It feels like coming home, like you are finally operating in alignment with your true potential. The friction is gone. The internal war has been replaced by a focused, calm energy. You are becoming a specialist, a master of your niche, your setup, your own psychology. You are not trying to conquer the entire market. You are building a small, well-fortified kingdom that you can rule with absolute authority. You begin to see the geometric beauty in the chaos, the patterns, the probabilities, the structure underlying it all. The market ceases to be a random, menacing entity. It becomes a puzzle, and you are slowly, patiently learning its language. This phase is not glamorous. It is the quiet, solitary work of a craftsman honing his skill. It is the thousands of hours of screen time, of back-testing, of review. It is the price of mastery, paid in the currency of discipline and consistency. But with each brick you lay, with each line of new code you write and execute, the structure grows taller. It is solid. It is real. It is you, a new you, forged in the fires of chaos, designed in the quiet of reflection, and built with the green, vibrant energy of deliberate growth. The upgrade is nearing completion. Discipline is the hammer and chisel that sculpts a new reality. The final act. The code has been rewritten. The systems are in place. The new identity is fully integrated. This is the state of resolve. The color is no longer the yellow of awareness, the red of chaos, the blue of reflection, or the green of growth. It is the pure, brilliant white and gold of clarity. Execution is now effortless. It is not something you have to force with willpower. It is simply who you are. Your actions flow directly from your plan, without the friction of emotional interference. You are in a state of flow. There is no fear. There is only risk, which you have defined, accepted, and managed. There is no greed. There is only the profit target, dictated by your system. The outcome of any single trade is meaningless. You have transcended the need for validation from the market. Your validation comes from within, from the knowledge that you have executed your process perfectly. You have achieved what the Stoics called apatheia, a state of equanimity, free from emotional disturbance. You are not a robot, devoid of feeling. You are a professional who has mastered his feelings. You feel the pull of temptation, but it has no power over you. It is merely data. You see the market not as a series of candlesticks, but as a representation of mass human psychology. You see the fear of the herd, the greed of the mob, and you stand apart from it. You are the lighthouse, standing firm and shining a steady light, while the storm of public opinion rages around you. Your perception of time has changed. You are no longer in a hurry. You are not trying to get rich this week or this month. You are compounding capital and skill over a lifetime. You are playing an infinite game. This long-term perspective is the ultimate antidote to the short-term emotional swings of the market. You have an unwavering trust in your edge, not because it wins every time, but because you know, over a large sample size of trades, it has a positive expectancy. You have done the work. You have the data. You operate from a place of mathematical and psychological certainty. Your DNA is now coded for resilience. A losing streak no longer sends you into a spiral of despair. It is an expected, calculated part of the process. You follow your rules, you manage your risk, and you know that the probabilities will eventually play out in your favor. Your mind is quiet. The screen is no longer a source of stress, but a canvas for your art. Trading has become a practice, a form of moving meditation. It is the ultimate expression of your self-control, your discipline, and your mastery. The money is a consequence, a shadow cast by your excellence. You barely think about it. You focus on the flawless execution, and the P&L takes care of itself. This is the great paradox. Only when you stop chasing the money does it start to flow to you. You have become the architect of your reality. You understand that the external world is a reflection of your internal state. By mastering your mind, you have mastered your corner of the universe. The freedom you are seeking is not the freedom to buy things. It is the freedom from your own internal tyrant. The freedom from fear, from greed, from your old inherited code. It is the freedom to be your best self, on command. There is a simplicity to your approach now. You have stripped away everything that is non-essential. The indicators, the news, the noise. Your trading is clean, elegant, and ruthlessly effective. You embody the principle of less but better. You have achieved a level of integration where there is no longer a trading you and a real you. The principles that make you a great trader, discipline, patience, honesty, resilience, have permeated every aspect of your life. You have not just upgraded your financial DNA, you have upgraded your entire being. You look back at the person you once were, the chaotic, emotional, fearful amateur, and you feel a sense of compassion but also a great distance. It is like looking at a photograph of a stranger. Your evolution has been total. The work is never truly over. You're always refining, always learning, always adapting, but the foundation is now unbreakable. The core code is sound. You are the master of your own machine, the captain of your own soul. This is the final resolve, the quiet confidence of the master who knows his craft. You sit at your desk, the screens glowing with the white light of pure data. You are calm, you are ready, you are in control. The market opens, and you go to work. Not with hope or fear, but with the simple, profound clarity of a purpose fulfilled. Mastery is not an act, but the quiet echo of a rewritten code.